Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. We are also live on Talk City 91.1 FM and on Facebook at TTT Live Online. So earlier this week, or was it last week, Carrie and I, we were talking about Tobago being featured on National Geographic. And that is some exciting news. So joining us via Skype this morning, Sheena Devines, Marketing Coordinator of the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited. Sheena Devines, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm great.
So some exciting news for Tobago.
Yes, very exciting with regards to National Geographic. We've been working on this for quite a while, and this is phase one of the project. They'll be back in June. So we decided to split the trip between two seasons, the wet and the dry season, because we wanted them to get the best elements of the destination. So when they were here last week, they looked at people, culture, heritage, and the sea and beaches. And then when they get back, they'll be looking at eco-adventure.
So what exactly did they do when they came for phase one?
Right, so phase one, the journalist was here. So she was well integrated with the destination. She went around doing interviews, getting a sense of the destination, because we have 5 articles that we're looking to produce, covering the core pillars of the destination. So she did interviews with locals on the ground from different communities, Castara, Boku, Pigeon Point, all the hubs within the island, Charlottesville, that have strong tourism elements. And then the videographers came a little later, and they went to look at the bioluminescence, the different hidden bays that we have around the island, the scenic spots. As I said, the weather was perfect for that sort of coverage. And when they get back, they'll be looking at the eco-adventure, because the forest, we think, would be at its prime in the wet season.
So when they come back in June, what are they hoping to do?
Just cover the forest. They're doing coverage then. So we'll be looking at the biodiversity in the Main Ridge Forest Reserve.
Right.
Yeah.
Were any local crews used in this, in terms of production and getting it together?
No. The crew is National Geographic.
Okay.
Because the project is in collaboration with them. The crew would be local persons we interviewed. So all the suppliers we had on the ground were locals, the boat operators, the dirt oven bread suppliers, the restaurants. All those experiences. They even went to Harvest. Harvest is something we really haven't tapped into for the destination. I really think it embodies what makes Tobago different and distinctive for the rest of the Caribbean islands, because it's basically a community event. And the weekend they were here, they went to Bell Garden Harvest. So they were able to see the cantata, the church service, how they prepare for the whole day of activities. And it was really an eye-opening experience for them, for Nat Geo. For Nat Geo to think that was something distinctive, we're really happy about that.
So how do you see this level of publicity benefiting the island?
Oh, for sure. This will be integrated into all our marketing activities. So once the hub is live in July, so they'll produce the content in July, we will integrate it into all the activities we're doing in all the markets. So when we do training with travel agents, we do consumer shows, they will be integrated. The content created will be integrated into activities.
And on a different note now, what is happening with Tobago's tourism for the rest of this year?
Well, we're focusing a lot on romance this year in particular. Yeah. So we're in the process of planning a Bride Villa event. So basically this event is geared towards, bringing the stakeholders up to date on the needs of the various markets. So it will be a 3-day seminar, because we have a very vibrant bridal niche. We even have a bridal association. We have quite a few properties that offer comprehensive wedding and honeymoon packages. So it's just a matter of getting them to optimize how they sell their products and services, because we have quite a few shows that we plan to do. We have done a few in the UK. We just completed the National Wedding Show. We did the El Edwin in Trinidad. And then at the end of this year, we're looking to do a big one in Canada called the Canada Bridal Show.
What do these shows include?
So it's basically promoting the destination for as a romance and destination, as an option for weddings and honeymoons. And the thing is, the trends indicate right now that couples are looking for something a little different. And with our new brand, we feel that Tobago offers something a little different. By virtue of all our resources, couples can come and experience a variety of things. It's not hard to navigate around the island. We have various suppliers that can create a distinctive wedding experience tailored to your needs. So yeah, that's what we'll be talking about at the shows.
And you're talking about creating a romantic destination that is Tobago, and Lisa Wickham is standing here and she is smiling. And I am like, I wonder if Lisa is planning to go to Tobago and probably be romantic with somebody.
What? Yeah, so many different experiences.
Maybe if there's somebody in Tobago for me to be romantic with, but you don't need anyone in Tobago to be romantic. No, it's just a romantic destination on its own, right?
It is. Yeah.
And I was just thinking, as while you guys were chatting, while I was smiling, is that Carrie recently went to Villa Being because they had their event Live, I believe it is. And the pictures coming out of there was just so beautiful. And that's what I was smiling about. Mr. Rishi, mischievous Rishi. What you guys are doing, some great work across there. And I know it will be very exciting for people to see Tobago on National Geographic. And this is not the first time that Tobago is being featured on the international arena. We recently had, for example, Chef Ainsley Harriott doing an entire episode on Tobago, and it was also featured. It was featured on ITV in the UK. Yeah, so this is an ongoing process, I'd imagine.
Yes, it's all about amping up the conversation for destination. PR is really at the forefront for us because that's really where we stimulate interest, and then people will look to book.
Yeah. Yeah.
So something exciting to look forward to.
Yeah.
And of course, we on TTT continue to promote Tobago as well.
Every single day.
And Carrie is in Tobago, by the way.
Every single day. You know what's the question? Will people from in Trinidad and Tobago be able to see the episode? Because sometimes, you don't get to see it because it's showing in an international destination, but not necessarily here. Do you know?
It's a content hub. So it'll be live on National Geographic Travelers website.
Right.
So anyone can go onto it around July. I'm sure we'd publicize it once it's live. And they can go through it. And of course, it's aligned with National Geographic's brand. So it's their perspective on how the destination is perceived. And that's why we're working with them.
Wonderful.
I just have one question. As we progress during this year, you talk about some of the plans that you have for the island. But a major talking point all the time is the air and sea bridge. With the announcements made by the Minister of Finance, Com Imbert, in the media review yesterday, are you satisfied with how things are progressing?
Yeah, I think they're making a lot of efforts in terms of what can be done in the short term. Of course, we have to continue conversations in the long term.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Sheena Devines, Marketing Coordinator, Tobago Tourism Agency Limited, for joining us, talking about Tobago being featured on National Geographic, trying to make Tobago a romantic destination. Which is something, I mean, Carrie is there, so probably there is a reason for it to be a romantic destination. Because listen, if I'm not mistaken, Carrie is there.
Mr. Romance himself.